Variables are containers for storing data values. In Java, there are different types of variables. For example, we can write string to store text such as hello. String values are surrounded by double quotes. Integer stores integers, whole numbers, for example 123 and etc. Float stores floating point numbers with decimals, for example 19.99. Char stores single characters such as A, B. Char values are surrounded by single quotes. Boolean stores values with two states, true or false. Creating a variable. To create a variable, you must specify the type and assign it to a value. For example, string name is equal to ns and system out println and name. We created a variable called name of type string. We assigned it the value ns. Let's create a variable called myNumber of type integer. Assign it the value 15. You can also declare a variable without assigning the value. Assign the value later. If you assign a value, a new value, to an existing variable, it will override the previous value. myNumber2 was 30. After assigning a new value, its value changed. The old value already we lost. If you don't want others to override existing values, use the final keyword. This will declare the variable as final or constant, which means unchangeable and read-only. Final int myNumber3 is equal to 100. If you try to change that myNumber3, and we'll get an error. Final local variable cannot be assigned, so you cannot change it. Cannot assign a value to a final variable. Let's demonstrate the different types of variables. Integer, float, 5.99, and f we need to write to make it float, otherwise it's going to be double. We don't know what is double for now. Char, single quotes, can be true or false, boolean, string with double quotes. The println method is often used to display variables. Let's make this part comment and this part also comment. We have a name here and name will be printed. To combine both text and a variable, use the plus character. So I want to write here hello, and we can use plus to combine text and variable. And it writes hello ns. You can use the plus character to add a variable to another variable. For example, this is name, and let's define also last name. And we can create a full name variable which is going to combine name and last name. And we can now print full name, hello nsn. So you can have between them a space like this. For numeric values, the plus character works as a mathematical operator. Let's see it. X plus y. X and y, they are integer numbers, and x plus y here plus character works as a mathematical operator, and the result is 15. To declare more than one variable of the same type, you can use a comma separated list. So x and y we defined on different lines, but it's possible to define them using a comma separated list. It means we can put comma, and here we don't have to write again int because they will be in the same type. So the same result we have. You can also assign the same value to multiple variables in one line. So x and y, for example, will have the same value, and we define them firstly x and y, and after that it's possible to write x is equal to y, and that equals to, for example, 10. All Java variables must be identified with unique names. These unique names are called identifiers. Identifiers can be short names like X and Y or more descriptive names, for example, name, last name, full name. It's recommended to use descriptive names in order to create understandable and maintainable code. General rules for naming variables are: names can contain letters, digits, underscores, and dollar signs. Names must begin with a letter. Names should start with a lowercase letter and it cannot contain white space. Names can also begin with dollar and underscore. Names are case sensitive, so small or capital letters are important. There are some reserved words like Java keywords such as int, boolean cannot be used as names.